Previously on Coming of Age. Welcome to my new apartment. If you're new here, I just moved to a new city in a new apartment and I'm living alone for the very first time. Growing up is hard, but I'm glad we can do this together. This vlog is going to follow my very first morning waking up and living alone for the very first time. And I'm going to go in depth a bit more about why I incorporate some of these morning habits into my routine. I've always wanted to be that girl who wakes up in the morning already looking beautiful and eats a well-prepared aesthetic breakfast, does morning workouts, and overall just takes good care of herself. It's easy from the outside to assume that they're just born like that while making excuses for myself and my own behavior. However, I eventually realized that these people really do put so much effort into self-improvement. One of the biggest realizations I've come to this year is instead of being jealous of others, I should learn from them and improve myself to attain some of these positive traits that they have. One of these traits is having a refreshing, productive, but realistic morning routine to prepare me for the day. I have a massive pimple on my face. Whenever I talk about you, what can I say? I used to have really terrible skin. You would know if you've been watching me for a long time. I'm honestly glad all I have to deal with this morning is a pimple. Right now, my routine is pretty simple. I use a toner after washing my face, then follow it with moisturizer and a heavier cream for the super dry areas around my mouth. Then I finish it off with sunscreen. The Skin Cancer Foundation recommends a broad spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher. Sunlight is actually the #1 cause of skin aging and is responsible for about 80 to 90% of premature skin aging. In fact, there was one case study involving 61-year-old twins. One twin had approximately 10 hours per week greater sun exposure than the other, and they were perceived to be 11.25 years older than the other twin. They say the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, but I'm good with what's beneath us. Finally, it all makes sense why he cheated and the other one walked away. Yeah, I see it. I was always meant to reach this place on this side of love with you on this side of love. I say it's unlike you ever knew. You say you can't fight, believe me. I was designed for you, but for the first time I'm not looking. You guys know that I'm definitely a breakfast person. Congee is a Chinese porridge thing that my family has eaten all my life. It has beans, rice, lotus seeds, dates, and other whole grains. This was my first time making it by myself, and you'll see later that I definitely made a mistake, lol. My life is like a theater. Last month, I got a blood test and found out that I was iron deficient. I searched up the prevalence and turns out about 30% of women and children could be considered iron deficient in the US. Symptoms can include fatigue, weakness, and lightheadedness. To be honest, I thought it was just my regular low mood and burnout, but this is a sign to get your blood tested if you haven't in a while and you've been feeling off lately. It is getting harder to mask these feelings that I harbor for her, 'cause she's just out of reach. Is it supposed to look like this? 应该像对，这是开始做了，对。我说的不是一杯米，不是那个水，不是那个一杯，有那个印子。那不对，那拔掉重新看注意一下。你刚弄吧，刚弄吧。Okay, bye. 100% made the porridge wrong. She's not too accepting, but I hope to be her one exception someday.
but some days seem so far away. Yeah, I'm just in atmosphere, heartbroken. You never know, cause you never know I'm here as she basks in our thunderous cheers.
Set a timer for 12 minutes.
To mask these feelings that I harbor for her, cause she's just out of reach, even when she's right in front of me. And on the days when she's miles away, I can still see her face. I guess I'm a ghost and she is a dream, the most beautiful thing I've seen. And she's just out of reach. She's just out of reach. Oh, my heart's in a cast, but it's a terrible actor.
Hello, how's it going? It's Rebecca. I'm just here to remind you to like the video if you've been enjoying it so far, and also subscribe and turn on your post notifications because I've been posting every single week on YouTube. Also, go follow my Instagram account. I've been also posting a lot more on there lately. And leave a comment because I read all of my comments. That's it. Love you. Bye, guys.
First of all, I miss you, and secondly, I never wanna see your face again. I get that it makes no sense, oh, but I've been trying to forget that I remember you exist. I'm just exhausted, cause you said you needed me, and I took that way too seriously. So
Honestly, guys, I don't really like avocado toast like this, like just plain avocado. I like it with guacamole, specifically the brand Holy Guacamole. Or what's really good is avocado and then bruschetta on top, like the tomato mix with onions and cilantro and stuff. But unfortunately, I don't have that right now.
with words I'd say directly to your face if I was brave enough, but instead I will give it a title that matches yours. Then listen with my headphones in and wonder what I'm crying for. I'm just exhausted, cause you said you needed me, and I took that way too seriously. So forgive me for saying I'm sorry. I don't need nobody except maybe you. Oh, is it true?
Also, I usually make my bed as well, but right now I'm sleeping on an air mattress because my mattress and bed didn't come in yet. You know what? Might as well make it anyways.
I'm afraid of the truth. So forgive me for saying I'm sorry. I don't need nobody except maybe you. Is it true love if I don't love anyone? Maybe it's time that I start.
Alright, I'm gonna drink some coffee and then go to the gym. I think I'm going to run a little bit, and then I'm gonna also do a little bit of weights. But I'm not gonna lie, I had 2 soccer games last week and I'm like extremely sore in my lower body. So we shall see. There's also this fly that got into my apartment and I can't seem to kill it, so that's annoying. But while I drink this coffee, let's just have a little chit chat, a little deep conversation. So I just posted my apartment tour, like moving video this morning, and while I was editing the video, I had to take clips of myself from many months ago because I wanted to show what the progress that I've had the past year. And because you're yourself, you look at yourself in the mirror every day and you don't really see a change. Everything that happens is just so incremental. You know, maybe your skin changes by 0.0001%, or your average mood elevates every day by just a little bit. But as I was editing the video, I realized that in these videos my skin was like red and like peeling off, and I was also very unhappy. Every day I think I would still like try to get up and try to do my healthy habits and do things that improve my mental health and work towards like the goals that I've always wanted to work towards, even though I might have not seen much progress in the time being. But now looking back, I was just reflecting on how much a couple of months can actually change a person physically, mentally, in their career. And even though I think like a lot of obstacles brought me down the last year, the most important thing is to not give up. So I know this is cliche, but if you're going through a bad day or a bad week or even a bad month or a bad year, it won't ever stay like this forever. I know that it can be so hard to pull yourself out of a dark spot. It's really hard. So if you've done that today, I'm extremely proud of you. Stop, I'm literally tearing up. I want you guys to be persistent and try your best, even if today's not gonna be your best day. Probably gonna write like a little post on YouTube about it, and I just think like everything is coming together, knock on wood, and things will for you as well.
Well, see, I hated you for a long time, but one day you were different. You let your hair fall into your eyes, and I tried to look away, but I couldn't. And then you said my name for the first time. How suddenly everything can change.
I had to cut my workout short a little bit because I'm getting lunch with my friend and I was gonna be late.
Well, you do that sort of smile with your lips squirt to the side, and all I've got are freckles, curly hair, and my pride. But you seem to find that things are okay when I'm around, and your eyes are like a storm while I sit on a cloud, and I can't believe that I am yours, and you are.
Moving to a new city is definitely a huge temporal landmark in my life. It seems like I got a fresh start and I'm so excited for the future. Create a life that you can't wait to wake up to. See you next time on Coming of Age.
And I always have to have the last word, but then you kiss me and I fall apart. You say I'm the only one who's ever touched your heart. Well, you do that sort of smile with your lips squirt to the side, and all I've got are freckles, curly hair, and my pride. But you seem to find that things are okay when I'm around, and your eyes are like a storm while